Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you my first ever wrap up. So in the month of June, I read 6 books. Yeah, I know guys, I'm only showing you 5 books. I can count. I lent the 6th book to someone else already. Anyway, the first 2 books I read in the month of June are The Elite and The One by Kira Cast. I really enjoyed reading these books. They're really light-hearted and easy to read, and I read the selection just after my exams, and I really liked it. You know, I just wanted an easy book to read. I liked the story. It sort of reminded me a little bit of Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, just because of the rebels and the fact that it involves royalties and stuff. I really like the character of America. She's very fearless. She's not scared to do what she wants to do. Like, she would do whatever she wants to do. I got a little bit annoyed in the second book, which is The Elite, and that's why I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars, because I don't know, she just sounds so she couldn't make up her mind. And she's playing around between Aspen and Maxon, which is understandable in some ways, but she expects Maxon to be faithful to her. I'm like, what is that? Like, you're not faithful to him. Of course he's not going to be faithful to you. So, yeah, I was kind of annoyed with that aspect, but overall I like both books. So the next book I read in the month of June is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. You guys, this book, I freaking love this book. It's meant to be loosely based on Beauty and the Beast, but to be honest, like, I forgotten that fact. Like, I knew beforehand, but I knew when I came into this book, when I read this book, that it is based on Beauty and the Beast, but I've just like forgotten. I just kind of realized as soon as she got into Amarantha's like lair or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, it's meant to be loosely based on Beauty and the Beast. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. It's very steamy. It's different from all the other YA books, well, fantasy books that I've read so far. Like, especially this month. I mean, this year. I had the intention of reading it back to back with A Court of Mist and Fury, but I just couldn't. I needed a break after that, because she just blew my mind. I swear that, like, Maas is like my new queen. I swear that's a treason. Like, I live in England. Like, yeah, I have a queen technically. This month I also read The Shadow Queen by CJ Redwine. Look at this cover, guys. Look at the cover. I really like the cover. That black apple. It's so simple. It's so minimalistic. But unfortunately, I didn't like the book. It's meant to be a retelling of Snow White. And it's about a girl who is trying to reclaim her throne from the evil queen. I give this book 2 out of 5 stars. Unfortunately, I was really disappointed. It just shows that never judge a book by its cover. I just didn't care about the characters. This is actually the first book I read in the month of June. I had to stop reading it. Normally, I do not DNF books. I try not to, because, what if I miss out on something good towards the end? I feel like I can't criticize a book unless I've read the whole thing. It's under 400 pages, and normally, like, it's a standard book, and normally it would take me at least 2 days to read it, but this one took me nearly 2 weeks to finish, and I was like, that's enough. Like, I can't be wasting my time reading a book that I don't want to read. I've got so many books to read. I just didn't care about the characters and what she wanted to do. Like, I get that she wanted to get her kingdom back from the evil queen, but I don't know, I just didn't feel sympathy. I wasn't like, go girl, go. Like, seriously, I was just like, okay. And I'm waiting for for the gritty bit. I found it boring, unfortunately. I mean, the book is not all that bad. There are good things about it. The dragons in this book, I found that interesting. And also the magic system, because they have these incantors, and I found that fascinating, but I felt like it was underdeveloped. I also read Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. This book is about time traveling. I think everyone knows what this book is about. It's basically about a girl who time travels. Yeah, I really love this book. I like the different perspectives of the characters. For example, Etta is from the 21st century, and she believes in equality and freedom, and she believes that everyone has a choice, whilst Nick and Sophie, they obviously were from an era where Sophie as a woman does not have a lot of rights, and Nick, because of the color of his skin, he's basically limited because of who he is. He is a free man, but he's still limited. He's still treated like a second-class person. I like the adventure in this book. I love the way she described things. I felt like I was really in that era. The last book I read in the month of June is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I will put a picture of it somewhere here on the screen if I can actually figure out how to do that. I give the book 4 out of 5 stars. It's about a girl who was employed to work and look after a paraplegic man. And there's a movie out. I think it came out in the first week of June, starring Emily Clark from Game of Thrones and Sam Coughlin from The Hunger Games. I haven't watched the movie yet. So the book sort of gives you an insight into lives of a disabled person, really. And it's just, it kind of opened my mind. Many people, including me, take for granted our ability to choose and to do things ourselves. This guy is literally stuck in a wheelchair, and I've never really thought about how difficult it is to be stuck in a wheelchair, not being able to do whatever you want without any assistance. It is a sad story. It's a really, really sad story. Like, I'm normally a crier. I get affected easily, but with this book, I didn't cry. I've accepted Will's decision in this book. Not that I believe spoiler, not that I believe in like euthanasia or anything like that. I still believe that life is sacred, and it's not up to anyone to take someone's life. It's easy for us to say that, life is sacred and stuff, but because like we're not the ones in pain, we're not the ones needing help every day, and that's the thing that we kind of like take for granted. So I kind of understand where that where Bill was coming from, but it is a sad story. So that is for my June wrap up. I hope you enjoyed that. If you've read any of the books I mentioned, please comment below. I would love to start conversations with people. Tell me what you think about the books, and if you've enjoyed it, what you didn't like about the books. And yeah, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!